drought tolerant, incredibly low maintenance, very easy to grow and really wind resistant. Yuccas, as I'm sure you'll know, are some of the toughest plants on the planet, able to survive and thrive in areas with the harshest conditions. Full midday sun, not a problem. Months without rain, they'll keep on growing, and they can even take surprising nighttime cold. But how well are they faring with probably their biggest challenge yet? Life in our gardens? Well, let's see. Personally, I've grown Yucca Rostrata and Linearifolia in pots for a good few years now. I know just how beautiful and how hardy they are. But when it comes to this garden here, I've planted most of the yuccas we'll see in this video between 2 and 4 years ago. They've seen though in that time some real challenges. We had back in 2022 the record heat wave, 40 degrees recorded just an hour down the road from here. But that in itself isn't a problem for yuccas. The cold and wet that followed, however, might be. We've had persistent rainfall. We've had some of the wettest weather on record. We've had ice days. We've had week-long freezes. So how well have the yuccas done? Which ones are still standing? Which ones look pristine? And which ones would I recommend for your garden? Well, let's get into it. In today's video then, I want to break down my top 5 yucca recommendations for those of you who are wanting to introduce some of these cool, low maintenance and exotic looking plants to your gardens. Yes, these have to survive the extremes, but they also have to survive the mundane weather too. And these are plants that have coped with our, as you can see today, grey, gloomy, miserable, windy, wet and cold weather too. So yes, these are truly have to be the toughest of the tough plants. And I hope this video is helpful, whether you live in the UK, Europe, or even over in the US, where climate change is affecting us all. And the same plants that have to take increasingly hot and dry summers might also have to take wetter and colder winters too. So let's start off with the first one, my absolute favourite yucca and a top choice for any garden. The weather then might be grim, grey and gloomy, but this plant is certainly a stunner. Yucca Linearifolia. You might see it described as Yucca Linearis. This rare beauty really is one of the most majestic yuccas you can grow. A real sculptural plant. This plant looks like a living firework. I've heard more than one person describe it like that. It really is one of the most exquisite sculptural plants you can grow, especially here in the UK. Just look at it. If you want a yucca in your garden that's something a little bit different, if you want a real centerpiece, a focal point for a raised bed, you're not going to go wrong with this. If you want something truly unusual for containers, or you live in a hotter, drier part of the country and want something that's very low maintenance but high in beauty, you're not going to go wrong with this one. As you can see, it looks virtually pristine. Only the tiniest bits of browning are to be seen at the end of the older leaves. It really is such a glaucous blue, beautiful colour through and through. This plant here, raised up, it's got good drainage, but it's coped well with every bit of rain and cold we've had. It's had no protection, no cover, no special care, and it's absolutely thrives. So if you want a yucca, if you want something really beautiful, just look how fine those leaves are. This one truly is a stunner. Absolutely recommended. But there's other more colourful yuccas I grow here in my garden. Next up then is Yucca Gloriosa Citrus Twist. Yes, I know Yucca Gloriosa is one of the most common yuccas you can buy, and you might be more familiar with the variegata version, which has a slightly more subdued yellow marking to it. This Citrus Twist really is a stunner. I can't describe now how dark it is. It's almost nightfall, but this plant shines out at you. When you get that low golden light in it though, a beautiful lemon yellow colour, so vibrant, so vivid. And here, it's a beautiful contrast to the blue palms and greens behind it. This yucca I bought from Linden Nurseries, and it was new to me at the time. I hadn't heard of it before, but honestly, it really has impressed me. Such a beautiful plant. And I think for what it's worth, it's actually every bit as impressive and colourful as some of the agaves which we try and miserably fail to grow up here in the north of the UK. Definitely recommended. This one, as you can see, is pristine, but I'll show you one that's grown in slightly shadier conditions. Here then, on the north side of this raised bed, this yucca doesn't see as much sun. Also, potentially the soil isn't as well drained at this side, and as you can see, there is some damage to the older leaves. You can see there's some brown in there, but nothing that I'm too concerned about. So what I'll do simply when we get to spring is chop off the lower leaves, As you can see, there's plenty of pristine growth at the top, and I'm sure by the middle of summer, this plant will be bigger and more beautiful than ever. So yes, it's not a plant that's without any kind of blemish, but in all honesty, less than preferential conditions, I'm more than happy with that. And as you can see, on a grey day like today, it really brings so much vibrancy to this part of the garden. So next time you see Yucca Gloriosa, yes, it's a common everyday plant. Do a bit more hunting, find a citrus twist, and it will absolutely make your garden a beautiful place indeed. Following that then, my next pick, my number 3, is Yucca Rostrata. An incredibly blue-green yucca. This yucca is becoming more widely available here in the UK, and I absolutely think it's a plant which deserves to be planted more. Yes, like all yuccas, it's very drought tolerant, very low maintenance, but I think these ones are especially beautiful because of the colour. You've got that gorgeous form, which looks fantastic, whether it's with the low evening sun dancing behind it, with a hard frost, they just look stunning. And here I paired them with the brown Chanacloa rubra grass for a beautiful colour wheel contrast. I honestly think Yucca Rostrata is such a beautiful plant. I know yuccas aren't to everyone's taste, but really, these plants, for something that we can grow here in the UK and other colder climate countries, they seriously are stunning. Such a gorgeous colour. Here I've got them raised up and the drainage is really good. But as you can see, they look virtually pristine. Only the older leaves are damaged, and that naturally happens anyway. So these yuccas here won't get any care whatsoever. Like all the yuccas you've seen in today's video, they don't get protected from winter cold or winter rain. They simply get on with life. And the only one I've ever lost was, I think actually, down to rodent damage because I had a large hole next to it. So Yucca Rostrata, you don't need to do much shopping around to find them. A lot of the specialists online keep them. The supplies I'll talk about later in the video certainly do. You can see these around. And if you do a bit more hunting around, you can find Blue Swan, the one in the back there, which is a named form that has supposedly an even more vivid glaucous blue colour in. But honestly, one of my favourite drier garden plants, like the citrus twist then and the other yuccas you'll see in the video. These yuccas are fantastic for growing in pots, but they also do very well in the ground, even here in the north of England, as long as you give them good enough drainage. That really is crucial. But unlike the citrus twist, which seems to be a more compact, slow growing yucca, these rostratas, particularly that one over there, definitely want to grow upwards. These are trunking yuccas, so whilst they can get quite big, in the scheme of things, they're relatively slow growing. But don't be surprised if after 10 years, you've got a 2 metre plus yucca, a real specimen. I would personally recommend buying them at around this size here, which seems to be the best compromise between hardiness and price. At the minute you pay around £30, something like that for one that size, but within, we'll say 3 to 5 years, you'll have something like that. A gorgeous plant, and here, as you can see, cope very well with our extreme and mundane weather. When it comes to yucca number 4 then, I'm going to say Yucca Torreyi. Now, there's lots of chunky yuccas like this with thicker leaves and a completely different look to the Linearifolia, which is definitely more refined and delicate in its appearance, if delicate's the right word for a yucca. I had a few different choices for this part of the garden. I was potentially going to go for Yucca Faxoniana, something like that, but in the end, for here, I decided on Torreyi, and just look at it. It's definitely a completely contrasting form. It's certainly got that yucca shape, but this one is a real beast. If you've got young children, I certainly wouldn't plant it right next to a path, and even up here, I will be chopping off the spikes lower down. But this is a yucca which is growing incredibly well for me. Planted out from a small 3 litre pot, I think it was 5 litre, quite a small little thing. In the past couple of years, it's grown significantly, and it's now started to become a proper little monster. So I think that one really is a true striking yucca. If you want to create an exotic garden with a real twist, you've got to have some alien-like plants in there, some really unique forms, and I think this one absolutely fits that list. A beautiful yucca, and again, a faster growing one that's going to become a real tree yucca in time. As you can see, the leaves look virtually untouched by winter, and as always, no winter protection, no rain protection. This has taken freezes and everything, and in this part of the garden there isn't quite as much drainage. Just ignore all the weeds. It's grown incredibly well considering I've done absolutely nothing to it, and I shan't be doing anything to it in the future. It really is beautiful. But for number 5, what if you could combine the chunkiness, the robustness, and the angularity of this magnificent beast with the beauty and delicate structure of the Linearifolia? Well, you'd get something like this over here. This is a magnificent hybrid yucca. Here in the UK, we can get them from Hardy Palms. This is a hybrid of Yucca Linearifolia crossed with Yucca Treculeana, which is another monstrous tree yucca. So I really am excited to see how well these guys do. The initial hardiness tests are very promising. As you can see, there's no blemishes on it whatsoever. The leaves are pristine, it's a beautiful shape. It's taken everything that the summer and winter have thrown at it and really come through with flying colours. It is an absolutely beautiful yucca. But for me, more than just how they look now, it's about the promise of these yuccas. These hybrid yuccas, I haven't seen a large one. I don't know if anyone's got any mature examples. So just imagine the promise, something that's going to combine this beauty with that kind of structure. It really will be a true monster. And for me, it's got to be one of the top yuccas to grow here in the UK. So you've seen around now my top yuccas. When I moved in, I chose the yuccas which for me gave the best beauty, the best cold hardiness promises, and hopefully the best abilities to cope with our weather, unlike some of the other plants. You can really see that overall, these plants have not just survived, but actually thrived with some extra height, extra drainage in these raised beds. They have done so well. For context then, for my international friends, here in the north of the UK, we're approximately a USDA Zone 8A, somewhere around there anyway. Most winters we get between -3 and -6 degrees Celsius, which is about 20 degrees Fahrenheit, somewhere around there. A mild winter is about -3 here. Every other winter seems to be about a -6. And I think the coldest I've seen is about -7 degrees C, somewhere around there. So these yuccas haven't really been tested in terms of absolute hardiness yet. But I'm very confident if there was some truly low temperatures. For context, here in this area in 2010, which was a true historic winter, the like of which I hope we don't see again anytime soon, the temperatures around here got down to between -15 and -17 degrees C. We're talking single figures Fahrenheit, between 1 and 5 degrees Fahrenheit, which was true brutal cold. But one thing's for sure, if we did see temperatures that are even approaching those again, the part of my garden I'd be the least concerned about would be these yuccas. I absolutely believe they can take far more cold than we see here. But more importantly, for a lot of UK gardeners, is that those yuccas have taken our wet weather too, and they're not looking completely mashed up, browned and blemished. That's the important thing, because it's not just about survival through winter, it's about having a garden that still looks good, but also pushing the boundaries in terms of the exciting plants we can try. I didn't feature Yucca Thomsoniana. It doesn't look quite as good. Some of the lower leaves are definitely browning more than the Rostrata. So as they're superficially so similar, I didn't see that I was going to recommend it over it. But it's still another cold hardy yucca to try, and mine might just develop into a beautiful plant in a couple of years' time. Another yucca which didn't feature in my list is actually Yucca Filifera Australis, which is now quite a widely available yucca from specialists and exotic growers here in the UK. Unfortunately, I've tried it twice at the old garden and here, and it's rotted twice. So for me, that's pretty much it's not a plant for my garden. I've taken the hint. Mark, over at Mark's Crazy Tiki Garden, 10 minutes down the road, he grows one, a huge example, raised up in a bed with an overhead cover just around it now, and it's looking absolutely fantastic. But he does have an uncanny ability to somehow grow plants which I can't manage just 10 minutes down the road. I don't know how he does it. But for me at least, that one doesn't cope as well with our winter moisture as I'd like it to, so it's a no-goer. So where do I get my yuccas from then? Well, those special hybrids, Treculeana crossed with Linearifolia, those came from Nigel at Hardy Palms, as I mentioned. I've got to say, Hardy Palms here in the UK, one of my absolute favourite suppliers. Not a sponsored video or anything like that. Nigel just does top quality plants, great exotics at great prices. What more could you possibly want? And those yuccas, for me, they had that real exciting edge, that real promise of something special. So those were an absolute bargain. But I bought yuccas from other places as well. And some of the more recent yuccas I purchased to make up this part of the garden here actually came from Vic Silver, who's known as the Palm Grower. I'll put a link to his website in the description below. He's also got a great Instagram account. Vic grows some really unusual palms, hybrid palms, and special yuccas from seed. He's got a fantastic range, and researching for this video, I did click through it again, and let's just say I was tempted. If I ever get the room for a slightly bigger Mediterranean style bed or juggle the garden around, I know what I'll be going in it. Some absolute beauties there. And again, a top guy, really takes the time to package his orders well, highly recommended. There is also here in the UK, the Palm Tree Company. They've got a fantastic range of yuccas. Personally, I haven't bought from them. I've stuck to Hardy Palms and Vic for my yuccas, but I know a lot of you had great experiences, and they obviously deliver nationwide, which is another bonus. Here, more locally for us in North Lincolnshire, Linden Nurseries is over near Scunthorpe. Don't know why I'm pointing, because you can just imagine it's somewhere over there. But Linden Nurseries, I filmed a video tour looking around there a couple of years ago. I'll put a link to that video in the description below. The amount of yuccas and olive trees that Paul has in over there is completely ridiculous. For a relatively small local rural nursery, that is the place to go for yuccas, for olive trees, for unusual specimen plants, and pots. There's so many pots there, it really is unreal. So those are the places I generally buy my yuccas from. If you want more inspiration, you want to see more fantastic yuccas really adding something to the landscape, definitely RHS Wisley, head to the Heather Garden. Now, I know I'm an exotic plant grower, you wouldn't expect me to say that, but mixed in with the heathers, they've got some beautiful yuccas which really take that landscape to the next level. Alternatively, watch my video that I'll put a link to in the description below over at Thwaite Gardens, where a small arid bed has some of the most incredible arid plants which really gave it an exciting edge, I thought. I think now we're in a really exciting time where there's so many of these unusual plants available. So next time you want a low maintenance, very, very drought tolerant, easy growing plant for a drier, sunnier part of your garden, definitely don't overlook these yuccas. Don't just go to your garden centre and buy a Gloriosa because it's there. Experiment, try something a little bit wild. These yuccas really add something beautiful to my garden here, and I'm sure they could do the same for you. If you live in the UK, if you put up with weather like I'm getting today, these are the yuccas that will really do well for you. So thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, check out some of the garden tours where I visit all kinds of gardens across the UK with some very special, rare and unusual plants that you've seen today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See you later.